Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Georgia and I make fitness, mindset and lifestyle content. And thank you so much for being here with me. Today we're going to look through a 7-step process to shift your mindset. We are going to shift you from feeling stuck, negative and unmotivated to feeling clear, positive and inspired in just 7 steps. This video is going to be a complete crash course in how to shift this mindset. So keep watching to find out how. Step 1 is becoming aware of what you're doing. Because you can't change what you don't notice is happening. Noticing everything is the first step to changing it. So what thoughts are coming up most often for you during the day? Where are you currently holding yourself back or talking yourself down? And what is one habit or behaviour that you're currently doing that doesn't align with where you want to be? Be super honest with yourself here, have a little look, have a little reflect on how you're feeling, what you're currently doing and what's not working. Because there's nothing wrong with having things that aren't going quite right at the moment, but if you don't notice them, then you're not going to be able to change them and you're not going to know that they're there. So be super honest with yourself, answer a few reflective questions like this, see what comes up, so you have that idea and that basic understanding of what actually needs to change and what's not working. Step 2 is going to be looking at your energy. What are your current energy drainers and what are your current energy givers? What drains you at the moment? What do you notice shifts your mood? Maybe it's not getting enough sleep, maybe it's looking at your phone for too long, maybe it's sitting down at your computer screen and not moving for hours, maybe it's bottling up your feelings, maybe it's eating rubbish food. Anything that you notice shifts your energy in a negative way. Then your energy givers could be getting for a walk outside, getting some sunshine, eating good food, or talking to friends face to face, engaging in deep conversation. Maybe it's being really productive, or moving your body and exercising. Anything that you know gives you energy. Again, being super aware of both of these things can help you shift them in the moment when you need to. Step 3 is looking at the way you talk to yourself. What are you often telling yourself when things go wrong? Are you mean and horrible to yourself? I know that I can often be like a bully in my own head sometimes when things aren't going right. So what does this story look like for you? Then look at what you might say to your best friend or someone you love instead, so that you can compare these two voices side by side. And what new beliefs or thought patterns could replace this old story that you're telling yourself? Step 4 is shifting your focus. What do you really and truly want right now? What would your ideal day, week, life look like? And maybe look at 1 or 2 things that you could commit to that could make such a big difference to your life and your mindset over the next couple of weeks. So you're really breaking down what you want, what this looks like, and then what you could do step by step in order to start getting yourself there. Because you're never just going to suddenly jump and get to where you want to be without putting in some work or making some adjustments on the way. Remember, one of my favourite quotes is nothing changes if nothing changes. You have to start doing things differently in order to get a different outcome. Number 5 is how we start taking action. Where have you been breaking promises to yourself recently? Where have you been setting out to do something and then not actually doing it? Telling yourself, oh yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow or I'm going to do that later, and then it gets to the moment and you don't actually do it. This is so common and again, nothing to be ashamed of, but noticing it and changing that pattern is how you're going to overcome it. Maybe look at 1 small thing that you could commit to on a daily or weekly basis over the next few weeks that's going to make a big difference. And then think about how you can keep yourself accountable to this. Can you track it on something? Can you use your phone? Can you use a friend or partner? How can you ensure that you keep this up and get this done and actually keep this promise to yourself? Number 6 is to look at gratitude, because it's so important to be grateful for where you currently are when you're looking to change things and move things forward in the future. So think about what's 1 thing that you've been taking for granted lately. Think about what 3 moments from this week made you feel really good, or what 10 things you're grateful for at the moment. And then how could you take time to be grateful more often? Can it be a gratitude practice that you do in your journal? Could it be something that you talk to your partner about before you go to sleep or when you wake up in the morning? Or perhaps think to yourself while you're brushing your teeth. It's as simple as thinking about something that you're grateful for, which shifts your mood, shifts your vibe, helps you to realize what you do have and not just what you wish you had. And finally, step 7 is to look at your identity. Who is this next level version of you that's doing all these things and achieving these things that you want to be achieving? What does she do? What does she look like? What does her current day and week look like? How is she living her life and how is that different from what you're currently doing? Being super clear on what this next level looks like is going to be a massive help to knowing what you need to do to get yourself there. Because if you've got no idea what it looks like, how on earth are you supposed to start doing it? What habits or thoughts does she no longer have and what has she shifted them to? And then most importantly, think about how you could start to embody this energy. What's 1 thing that you could do to start living a bit more like her and a bit more like this next level of you this week? Because if you can imagine it, it's a version of you that you can 100% be. It's just aligning yourself to be more like that. So have a big reflection, have a big deep dive into these questions, because 100% these can shift you from that stuck, negative, unmotivated mindset to a more clear, positive and inspired one. So I've put this whole 7-step process into a free downloadable guide that you can get today by the link in the description box. It includes 7 days of this process, putting it down into different journal prompts, reflective questions, habit tracking, mantras and daily challenges that you can do to shift this mindset. So if you think this is what you need, download this, print it off, get journaling, doing these challenges, and let me know if this helps you to shift you out of this little slump and helps you to get feeling more motivated and positive and into this best version of you, girl, because you owe it to yourself. Start living this big life and achieving your dreams. Head to the link in the description to download this completely for free today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And let me know if this has helped you to shift anything over the next few days. Please like and subscribe if you can, and I will see you in the next one.